All right, one other quick question, and then we'll squeeze in some more. This week we had the decision of the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals concerning the monuments in New Orleans, and the city is now moving forward, accepting bids to remove the monuments, and they want to get them down by May the 19th. Bids are all due by early April. None of the companies that are bidding will be made public, and the donor who is funding this operation is anonymous. So what do you make of all of this, Senator? A lot of us on this program have been very disheartened about this whole issue of taking down these monuments. And is there anything that can be done at the national level?
Here's what I think we really ought to do, Jeff. I think we ought to name every pothole in New Orleans after a Confederate general. And then maybe Mitch will get rid of them. I mean, this has been the biggest distraction. Look, nobody's for slavery. There was a time in this country when slavery was legal. It's still legal in parts of the world. It's wrong. It's immoral. Nobody disagrees with that. I understand that times change. They do. But history doesn't change. I mean, why do you want to censor history? With all New Orleans is a great city, an extraordinary city. Other states, other countries would kill to have a New Orleans. But we've got problems.
Right.
We've got problems with infrastructure. We've got huge problems with crime. We've got a problem with people who are just totally dependent on the government. Well, why do we want to get distracted with something like this? I know why, and you know why. It's good for some liberal politicians' politics. But it disgusts me.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I lived in New Orleans for a lot of years. I practiced law there. I'm not from there, but I live there. My wife's in there. I had never heard anybody complain about Confederate monuments, ever, until Mitch made it an issue.
Yeah, he's the one that really made it an issue. And today there was a quadruple shooting. I mean, the murder rate, I think, places New Orleans #1 in the country as far as per capita, the murder capital. And all the focus, attention, division that has been caused by this is very counterproductive in my view. So,
I mean, you know, Jackson is probably next.
Yeah, they're activists talking about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Jackson, I don't remember whether he owned slaves. I know that
he did.
Yeah, I think he did, as a matter of fact. I mean, he saved New Orleans. If you try to judge people through a filtered lens of history with hindsight, over time, over 100 or 150 years, you're going to find something to criticize everybody about.
Sure.
I mean, George Washington had funny hair, you know? I mean, it's the way people wore their hair.
Well, remember that in New Orleans, Senator, they removed the name George Washington from a public school because he owned slaves. So that was back in the 90s. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Yale University just renamed Calhoun Hall, named after John C. Calhoun, and named it, just took the name down, right, to be politically correct. Well, why don't they name change the name of Yale University? Because the person who originally endowed Yale University, who helped found it, had slaves. Now, they don't want to do that because Yale's a brand, and they make money off the name. It's branded. But this is so silly to me.
Yeah,
and
sad.
I don't, and if you're against it, in my opinion, it doesn't make you a racist. This isn't about race. It's about priorities. And I really wish Mitch hadn't done that. And doggone it, he knows